ABC. That's a channel on nationwide American television.
Yeah, I mean, you do have your local ABC station. If you turned it on this past weekend, you may have saw some Overwatch.
Which is a huge deal. So if you are unaware, Disney made a partnership with Activision Blizzard earlier this year for the Overwatch League to broadcast the games on Disney XD, ESPN, ESPN3 and ESPN News technically.
Yes.
And ABC.
Go to ESPN News.
So we saw the stage playoffs on ABC for the first time this season. Last year we had them on ESPN, but now it's on ABC.
Right.
This is huge. Not only was it on ABC, it was on ABC at like 6 or 7 at night. It was on primetime Sunday television, people.
And that's the big thing that got me, right? I thought it'd be some weird, like, well, granted they had to account for West Coast time, right? But I thought it'd be some, like, 11 a.m. kind of thing, like, but no.
That's when you usually watch football.
Yeah, so like 2 p.m. on a Sunday? Like, you'll find me, like I've said it many times on this show, I'm a traditional sports fan as well. I watch my football, basketball, and soccer in my games, and that's when I'm on the couch drinking my beer and, watching football. And I turn on ABC and I see Overwatch League. Bruh, I was like, yo, let's go, man. Like, I had to control myself, actually, of going and playing the game. I'm like, no, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it and support it. So it was a great thing to see, and I was so excited about it. Sorry, I didn't cut you off. Shout out to the broadcast team for the Overwatch League. Like, yes, you could tell, seriously. Like, they put on an A plus performance. The production was great. There weren't any really mistakes. I mean, we've seen some. We make the joke about watching Overwatch Leagues at NA production, where it's like NA production means like there's some crappy transition or things like that. But they nailed it.
Not only were they on point, they did an excellent job, because I think it was Uber and Mr. X that were casting.
Yes, I was so happy about that. And they're so good.
Uber does such a good job at explaining what's going on, and I don't want to say dumbed it down, but he explained it in such a way that if you don't know anything about Overwatch, you can still understand what's going on, because he would mention, oh, so this team wants to capture the point, or this is control. It's kind of like King of the Hill, like he would actively explain everything that was happening, and then you would have Mr. X come in with his color commentary and further on that point.
Yes.
Like, it was such a great execution for people who don't really watch or understand Overwatch. I mean, so I browse Reddit a lot. I'm consistently on the R Competitive Overwatch subreddit. I came across...
What's you today? Just kidding. You don't have to expose that to everybody. Find them, chat.
You will
Our
never
YouTube viewers, find them.
I guarantee it. No, I made sure, no. Anyway, there was a thread about this guy whose dad was like, I think it said like 72 or something. It's not some pro on the age. His dad called him and was like, hey, I know you're really into this Overwatch game. You know what's on the TV, right?
Nice.
So this guy is now coaching his dad on what's going on. Let me explain to you how this is all working. And his dad's like, no, I like this. I want to keep watching. This is really cool.
Yeah.
And in the last topic, we were talking about how the finals were the perfect game for it, because you had the undefeated Vancouver Titans going up against the scrappy, hyper-aggressive San Francisco Shock.
With all the momentum.
All of it. And they went to a Game 7. For those who are unaware, that means that they went literally to the last possible moment.
Yep.
That is great television.
You've heard of maybe NBA Finals Game 7, the Super Bowl, everyone knows what that is. Well, this was like seeing that on the Overwatch level for the first time that they were showing on ABC. And that was extremely impressive. I even saw, I know Super is the main tank for the San Francisco Shock. His dad tweeted at him and was like, I'm used to watching, because his dad watches soccer. He's like, we used to watch soccer on Sundays. I'm so proud to see my son on national TV on Sunday. And I was so touched, because these parents, and even people that don't necessarily watch the scene or follow the scene too much, of course he follows his son, but imagine watching your kid on national television trying to win a title of a stage. That's an awesome feeling. That's got to be great. I feel
like it's really important that we say national television. This isn't Twitch. Twitch. This isn't Disney XD where you expect kids to be watching. This is ABC. This is one of the channels that everyone has access to if they have an antenna to plug into their TV.
Yes, it is not some local West Coast only. What do they say on some of those shows? This is now live except on the West Coast. Or some like random stuff like that. No. This is like at, 2 o'clock, like every ABC channel in the nation had Overwatch League on. And that concept, the fact that he's even gotten so far in its second season is insane.
And this is season 2, by the way.
Yeah, this is the second season. And they had to watch GOATs, which in my opinion, sucks. But, it's good for the viewer. It's good for the viewer. Yes, you're right.
Because GOATs is such a slow comp, because it's like so much poking and so much, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Oh, something happened. Like, in an actual Overwatch game, fights can end in an instant.
Yes.
In GOATs, they usually end after about 2 minutes.
Right. And so, and eventually when you watch enough of those fights, you realize, you develop a pattern. You start seeing, like, okay, so the Zarya has grabs. So I know this character who floats and shoots orbs has this thing he does where he lights up, and then the people in the grab don't die. You may not know what it's called, but you know that
what it does.
You know those two things happen. So when something happens, for example, where Zen gets booped away or he dies first, you're like, oh no, they don't have that ability. So it's very easy to pick up on those things when those heroes are the same. And especially going to Game 7, by the time you get to that point, you're like, okay, I know what they're going to run. I know what they're going to try to do. Let's do it. And you can look at the maps and look at the strategies. And you mentioned Uber and Mr. X.
Yeah.
I think that was the perfect duo to do that, right? Because Uber can talk at a pace that's really fast, but you still understand him, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed this, he was actually talking slower in this game.
He was, because he knew he was on national television. Like, they all were like, bro, we're on national television. We can't not screw this up. So he was trying to be as coherent as he possibly could. And in my opinion, Uber and Mr. X are my favorite two casters, my favorite two caster duo. They work so well together. And the fact that Mr. X, and they have two different perspectives. Mr. X is a very high level player, actually. He's actually GM master level. In Overwatch, to reach top 500 a couple times.
Really?
So he can provide. That's why he provides that color commentary and perspective of what these two teams are trying to do. And Uber's a great play-by-play guy, right? He just goes at it. He just goes in, and they were able to explain it to you, like you said, not dumbing it down. I was watching it, and 100% honesty here, the casters before, I felt a little bit like they were kind of dumbing it down for me. But I'm obviously a veteran player. But Uber and Mr. X, they were explaining it, but it was in a way that I was like, okay, I get it. And they gave the viewer the respect that they could understand it as well. So overall, the broadcast, in my opinion, the stage final was amazing. I'm so glad that was on a Sunday at ABC. And I think they got some pretty good ratings out of it. I don't know for sure, but I would check those out.
I mean, we won't know for a few weeks, but I'm really curious to see those numbers. And you can bet we're going to talk about them on the show.
Oh, yeah. You can actually see it'll be in a week.
It's a week?
Yeah, it's a different website. I have to look it up, and I'll bring it up off the show and stuff. We can bring up next time the numbers. But every week they do, like, you know how well The Bachelor did and all those other shows. Yeah. They do. So Overwatch League was just a show, so they can check the Nielsen ratings and see what it was at. So I would think it had a decent rating. I don't think it's gonna beat, the Super Bowl, right? But
it's Sunday prime time on ABC. Like most modern families, because again, 2 p.m. So say the average nuclear family, right? Mm-hmm. They go to church. They get home.
Fallout? Sorry.
They get home from church at about 1, maybe 1:30.
Okay.
Maybe they're getting ready for some errands. Granddad turns on the TV and it's ABC, and they're like, what's this video game? And then you have little Jimmy that's like, oh, it's Overwatch. I know that game.
Always gotta listen to little Jimmy. Jimmy knows best.
It's just all of the right cards were played for this.
Yeah.
It's kind of uncanny when you think about how perfect this game was. I don't want to get into conspiracy theory here.
Oh, hold on. This is my tinfoil hat now. Maybe. They threw each game.
I don't want to say Nixel threw that game to spice up the finals, because there are some times where things happen in the Overwatch League, and I'm like, this is too perfect. Like the game against Shanghai, or Boston Shanghai, where they won their first game.
Right.
The fact that Fusions got taken out, the Boston Uprising's core, their most important player, was told, hey, you can't play for this game, and then next week he's back in.
There's an argument to be had. There's maybe you have a right to say something there. Maybe
I don't want to say that that's why the Shanghai Dragons won. The Dragons are actually kind of a competent team now.
Oh yeah, they're actually, you can't just sleep on the Dragons. Now, the Dragons will fuck you up. Let's be real. They will.
I just felt like it was just so perfect.
Right. But see, the thing in this matchup too, you can't really make that argument though in this matchup, because the way Sinatra and I can't pronounce the Vancouver's Zarya Semonsu.
Yeah.
Those two were going at it, man. That was some great Zarya play.
Oh, yeah.
Between these grabs and their bubble usage, it was awesome. And what made this a great series, too, is that no team won back-to-back until the final game. It was San Francisco, Vancouver, San Francisco, Vancouver, San Francisco, Vancouver. And then Game 7, Vancouver pulled it out. And just the amount of emotion that was shown in that game. I don't know if you saw Sinatra's tweet where he tweeted out, "I'm so fucking sorry," is what he said in his tweet.
Yeah. He was literally crying after they lost. Dude.
Yeah, like they put a lot of effort.
Oh my God.
And if that's your first experience with Overwatch, you're like, is this like this every week? I'm tuning in next time. Like, it's like, find out next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Like, it was like that level. Like, it was that level of hype. Like, it was crazy.
I do agree that people will see that anything like this, if this is what is normal, then that's awesome. But here's the downside. That's not normal.
It's not.
We have so many like 0-4s or like 3-1s where it's just a wash.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you have the Florida Mayhem, who there are people who are fans of the team, but I'm sure they don't expect much.
Right.
Like, or like the Washington, I mean, they have Arc now, so maybe they'll be good.
Yeah.
But stage 1, you don't watch the Justice expecting a W.
Well, hell, they put the Detroit Lions on the NFL, like, and they were like 0-16. So, like, I think that's fair. You're right. So you can't televise everything, right? Or at least, they have the traditional sports have where they have to televise every game, whatever. But I think it's great what they're doing by starting with these games. Overwatch League knows a lot of these games may not be that competitive, right?
Yeah.
So, when you come to the stage finals, though, when these semifinal games, those are games you can broadcast. You expect them to be really good.
It was so perfect because even if we did get that dream Nixel versus Vancouver game, which, by the way, I was really excited for the game. We're probably going to get it in stage 2.
Yeah, they're just too good not to. New York. What if New York XL never made a final like in the stages? Like they're slowly becoming the choke team, man. Because they've
choked 3 times now.
They've had the best regular. They're like they had the best regular season ever. Yeah. Every week, last year they did too. And this when it comes to the big stage, it's just.
But then you now have a new top dog, which, by the way, I think that's so fitting that Vancouver is the Titans, because that is such a fitting name for how these guys are performing.
Yeah.
That are perfect. They have not lost a game.
They have not.
We're even talking in playoffs. They haven't lost a game yet. If they keep up that momentum, that's going to get really scary later on in the season.
And they even mentioned, too, they even brought up a stat. Because remember, this is Runaway. So Runaway was a contenders team, which is kind of the minor leagues of Overwatch. And they got just moved up to the big league because they just dominated South Korea and won. They were just
so good.
They haven't lost a game since, I think it said July 2018.
Runaway has not lost a game.
From they got Runaway to the Vancouver Titans, they haven't lost a game in almost a year. They are that good. So Nixel's got their work cut out for it, man. I hope that gives them a level of focus that they didn't have before. Granted, they did go undefeated in the regular season again, but they've got to be on their P's and Q's, dot their I's and cross their T's at all times, man, because Vancouver's good.
But you can't cut out teams like San Francisco. You can't cut out teams like Philly. I mean, the only reason why we didn't see Philly in the finals is because San Francisco was just a better team.
Yeah, I agree.
The Fusion are still a good team. I mean, you have EQO, you have Poco, you have Carpe. If those 3 names don't instill fear in you from the jump, okay, I cannot wait for this new patch to come out because we can see EQO's Genji again.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of here. That's the thing, too, right? People that just watch the stage finals, they're going to come into stage 2 be like, okay, I know what's going on. Who the hell are these heroes? They have people that have guns? Like, who has guns in this game?
I'm so used to seeing Brig. Okay, wait. What was going on?
I thought you could only shoot orbs with the floating guy. What's going on here? Like, they're going to see people that have
There's a
ninja?
cyborg ninja? Wait, what's the guy with the bow and arrow?
Why is she purple? Why does purple lady have a rifle? What is going on? So they're going to be... Hopefully, that does more to bring them in than push them away, right? Now they see there's so many other ways to play the game. Okay. Which is why we don't need roll queue.
Real quick. So I want to jump back on the it being on ABC thing because naturally this is TexasWatch. We never stay on track.
Right, pretty much. Get used to it, guys.
There is a image that I have that you should have pulled up where we can take a look. Actually, yeah, just go to the Photos app. Yeah. We should be able to look. It's just a bunch of tweets that were collected over the weekend of competitive Overwatch. I do want to give credit. Crap, I already lost it. Oh, no. Okay. Nope, found it. I want to give credit to Reddit user Daffin's Rock. Literally, it's like it's not DeFran's Rock, it's Daffin's Rock.
Daffin's Rock.
Okay, so before we go into this, Mario, did you already change the view? Because they can't see. Do you want audience to see this, or do you want just us to see this?
Do you want them to see it?
I think they can go in and see. We can kind of just scroll through it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so in OBS. Yeah. Sorry, guys, we're doing text.
Yeah, we're doing text stuff.
In OBS, go to scroll up to the top.
Of what?
And scenes. Pre-show side cam.
Yeah. Oh,
Whoop. There it is. Open up the photo.
All right, go back and open up the photo.
Hold on.
Hi, guys. You can see our street stuff. Look how magical and fancy it is.
Woo! Why is the camera not on? That's weird. Can you go into sources and see why the camera's on? I mean, we're only recording. It's no big. I can cut this. Camera? Yeah, there's supposed to be a side cam of us. Can you scroll down a little bit? Field overlay, Apex, award screenshot, display capture.
Betrayer. I see Apex in the list.
Logitech C920. Click it. Or click the little eye in sources.
To your right, sources.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Click the little eye next to the right.
There we go. And then you can switch back to us.
What do you mean switch back to us?
Put Zay and I as transition.
Like this? So they can see all of our display?
Yes, and then go to the photo.
Oh, gotcha.
Boom. There we go. So let's take a look at some of these tweets, shall we? We have first one from, well, they're all blacked out.
Which is fair. Because I will find them.
I love it. So it's like some guys like they're broadcasting esports on ABC. There's a video game championship competition on ABC, and the hype, announces, and productions is a bit much. The world as we know it is truly, officially in decline.
There's so much hate from these people, man. Like, come on. Like, the second one, like, I sound like an old man saying, "Get off my lawn," but I hate that Overwatch is on ABC today and that esports are treated this way. Why are you mad? Why are you mad, man?
Camera is on the left.
So, like, it's crazy to even think that people care enough to complain about it. Just change the damn channel. It's not hard. You have a remote. You don't even got to get up anymore. This ain't 1940. Don't quote me on that. I don't know when the TV was invented, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's something that I don't know why people even gripe about. But in my opinion, or maybe I'm just biased because I follow more positive Overwatch League streams than negative, it looked like a success to me from what all I heard. But as you can see from what we may be sharing with you here, there was a lot of people who just had crap to say about it.
What?
Don't worry about it. Let's look at some more tweets.
Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that what you wanted?
No, but don't worry about it.
What do you want me to do? You said you want me to pull it up.
Yes, okay, so zoom in.
Yeah. All right, so we've got...
And then put the focus tweet in the center.
What focus tweet?
The one that we're reading.
I can't over. That's as far as the image is.
Oh, shit.
Damn
it, Microsoft.
We'll just read in the middle right there. We'll just read it to the middle.
Go to the top one. Go to the top one. I like that. So, yeah, quote, "What the shit just turned on ABC and Overwatch League is on broadcast TV, ... slow news day." Which, ironically, guess what happened during the Overwatch League broadcast?
A news alert. I was watching, I was like, oh, god damn it. So I had to turn on Twitch and go on there. And look, this is what we have in the center. Wait, what? Overwatch? Wait, sorry, I went the third one in that list. Overwatch playoffs on ABC. World War 3 needs to start like now.
That's a little hyperbolic, don't you think? Today I found out ABC broadcasts Overwatch esports, and I don't know why it's not another game like Dota 2 or Counter-Strike Go.
See, that one kind of hurts. Like, no, screw your games. Let my game have some time in the shine,
I can tell you why it's not Dota 2 or Counter-Strike Go is because they don't have the money that
True.
Overwatch League has brought in for investors. Like,
And try to explain Dota 2 to someone in 30 minutes.
right? I
Good
don't even
luck.
get Dota. Like, no, thank you.
CS:GO, okay. People understand how to shoot people. That's pretty that's
You
common
shoot
in
some guy,
video
when
games.
he goes down, he's out.
That's
Simple
common
enough.
in video games.
Dota, you're like, okay, there are 50 total characters. I mean, there's more than 50, but let's just say there's 50 plus characters. They're all trying to take the other guy's towers out, and they're trying to do it with their own abilities.
What are these little minion things running along the bottom? Like, what do those do? Like, it's way too much to explain. So, Overwatch is that middle ground
here we go.
between
Jesus
the two.
Christ, Overwatch esports are on TV. Facepalm emoji.
Why is ABC streaming a gaming contest? Why am I even watching ABC?
There's your better question.
True. Because I will say this. If it wasn't on ABC, I probably would be watching ABC on a Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Football comes on Fox and CBS.
I think that we are over for this time, though. We should probably take a look back at the... Yeah, can we go back on my real quick?
All right, we will switch it back. See you guys
Yeah,
see us again. I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
no, it's cool. Look, we are just enamored, enthralled.
Mm-hmm.
So many adjectives that are just big words. I like big words.
Big words are good.
Big words.
Make it seem smart.
Yeah.
Smarter than I really am.
Yeah.
So I like using it.
But no, like, the future of Overwatch League is huge, and we're gonna talk about this in the next topic. But Comcast is gonna be a really huge player in their expansion of the Overwatch League.
Ugh.
You know what?
I hate Comcast. Oh, sorry, we getting on that.
Okay. Let's jump into the next topic, shall we?